Morning, guys. Kilo Oscar 4 Charlie Echo Quebec. You can call me Justin. Today we're going to try and activate the St. Sebastian River Preserve State Park, aka the Buffer Preserve, aka Park Kilo 3659. I've got a beautiful little bench sitting under here under this oak tree, but that oak tree is not going to do it for us. I'm going to try and use an end-fed half wave to activate this park. Come on a journey. Let's find a better tree. There's a lot of tree limbs here. Now, the good thing about a lot of these parks is that along with the oaks, they have a ton of pines. You can see them behind me, really, really big pines. So right next to this other tree that we're going to be sitting under, conveniently, we have some pines with some branches, mostly dead branches, a good ways up, but they should be enough to support the weight that we're going to do. Sorry about the silhouette of the glare of the sun. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the camera and see if we can catch this process. That's the whole kit. Can you believe that? Neither can I. But to get that kit and antenna up in the air, we're going to use an Arborist throw weight, an Arborist line, and handy dandy laptop to record everything. Now, I like using the Arborist throw line because it's specifically designed to be thrown in trees and slide fairly slick through the tree branches, where 550 cord a lot of times can get hung up, snagged, and then you end up destroying the line.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
The trick to using the Arborist throw weight and throw line, in my opinion, is making sure that you use either some heat shrink, or in this case I've used some electrical tape, in order to make sure that the strands of the Arborist throw line don't fray. They happen to do that a lot. So to put the Arborist throw line on the throw weight so that it's easy to get on and off easy, I start off with an overhand knot. This is going to be a loop knot. So we're going to run the Arborist throw line through the throw weight, and we're going to put the line back through the knot on the opposite side of where the tag end has come out. So we're going to go, we came out from the bottom, so we're going to go in through the top. We're going to go in through the top. And then once we're there, we're going to make just another overhand knot, and we're going to just tighten that down. Now, it's not going to be super tight, and it'll be fairly easy to retrieve after you've gotten it out of the tree. And then you can just simply slide out this Arborist line through this bottom loop, take out the throw weight, and then replace it with the end of your line to hoist it up. Inevitably, when I tell people that I use an Arborist throw weight and throw line to get the end of an end-fed half wave up in a tree, everybody understands that for 20 meters, that means I'm getting that line at least 35 to 40 feet up in the air. They ask me if I've got a good shoulder, and the reality is the military left me broken, bruised, in more ways than one. Anyway, I don't use an overhand throw at all because, like I said, I've got a bum shoulder. What I use is the good old granny throw. To do the granny throw, all you're going to need to do is take just the end of the wire and feed it through the ring of the Arborist throw line. You're going to take the tag end and you're just going to pull it through. And the most beautiful thing about this is you use the momentum of the weight itself to carry that line up into the tree. I'll show you in a minute how this works, but all you got to do is swing, and remember, it's all in the hips.
It's all in the hips.
Get off of me!
Hey, just easing the tension, baby.
All right, so we got a pretty good pine tree. We got some branches going up to all about 50 feet. I've got to be careful. The hogs are out here. They might come get me. We're going to go ahead and first off ask me how I know you want to unspool the line before you throw it in the tree. Crazy idea, right? These things I've learned all the hard way. All right, so looking at this tree, you want to lob with the granny throw, you want to lob it more vertically than horizontally. Otherwise, you will snag a branch just as the throw weight is passing said branch, and it will just end up snagging and wrapping around the tree, and then you've added something to your local forest or park, which you won't be liked for. So we're gonna go ahead and slip that rope through the granny knot. Make sure you're also not stepping on said line that you're gonna be throwing up. Otherwise that bag will come and hit you right in the face. It'll come right back down. Again, ask me how I know. All right, let's do this. Tree's this way, so I'm gonna lob it. I'm gonna turn to the side here. And remember, it's all in the hips. Samsonite.
I was way off.
And one more time, the magic throw, it's all in the hips. Oh, beautiful.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
So now I've got my trusty K6 ARK and fed half wave. I've actually wound this one in a 64-to-1 because I like running a lot of wire and running 80 meters and 40 meters. I find it gives me a good match. Also, little hint, if you are able to wind with a 3 primary turns ratio, like in this case, for the 64-to-1, instead of doing 2 primary and 16 secondary, I've got 3 primary and 24 secondary. So that boils to like an 8-to-1 turns ratio, ends up being 64-to-1 ratio. I have found that I'm actually able to about double the power handling capability and transmit longer. So there's a McNugget of knowledge for your lunchbox of life. So I don't have my measuring tape, and I have yet to mark this appropriately for where the 20-meter mark is. So let's do the old pace count system. So I'm going to drop this on the ground, and I'm going to guesstimate about what 10 meters would be, which would be an end fit halfway for 20 meters. So we'll walk this all the way back, and a little bit much, but we'll see. So from here, I'll pace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm about 11-ish yards, meters, whatever you want to count from that. So I'm going to wind up a few turns and see if that gets us on the air. All right, like I said before, we're able to just undo the top overhand knot and loosen this loop up just a little bit. And we're able to take the arborist line off, and I will throw on this in the exact same fashion. The tag end is coming from the underside of the loop, so I'm going to enter it back in on the top end, and then up and through, and secure it nice and tight, and then let's wind it up and see what kind of reading we get. All right, so that was the first try. We got the line in the air, and let's see what it gives us. We're already at 20 meters. I'll go ahead and hold tone to get an SWR reading across the band. See what it gives us. It gives us basically a 1.3. Let me see if I can get some of that, get some shade in there. So we are good to go. This is Kilo Oscar 4, Charlie Echo Quebec, calling CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air, looking for contacts. I've got 2 contacts already. I still need another 8 to make this activation. KO4CEQ calling CQ POTA from Park Kilo 3659.
Whiskey Uniform 8 Echo.
Whiskey Uniform 8 Echo, you've got a fantastic signal, sir, here into eastern central Florida.
QSL, thank you for the park. You're 5-7, Northwest Ohio. 73s, have a great weekend.
Awesome. Thank you, sir, for the 5-7. Have a great day.
So Golf 4, Whiskey X-Ray Uniform.
Kilo Golf 4, I believe it was Whiskey X-Ray Uniform, QSL.
QSL, about a 5-6. Tennessee. 5-6 Tennessee, over. Kilo 9, India Charlie Papa. QSL, I have you 5-5 Indiana. 5-5 Indiana.
Thank you, sir. I've got you 5-9 here into Eastern Central Florida, and thank you for the 5-5.
Alpha Delta 4, Juliet X-ray.
Alpha Delta 4, Juliet X-ray, you're 5-9 into Florida, QSL.
QSL, you're 5-9 in Golf Alpha. Thank you for the activation.
Kilo Charlie 1, Romeo Sierra Romeo.
Kilo Charlie 1, Romeo Sierra Romeo, you are 5-9 into Florida, QSL.
You're 5-3 in Rhode Island, Justin. 7-3.
Alpha Kilo 4, Sierra Lima.
Alpha Kilo 4, Sierra Lima. Michael in Georgia, QSL, you're 5-5.
Kilo 2, Oscar Romeo Charlie.
Kilo 2, Oscar Romeo Charlie, you are a 5-7. 5-7 here into Eastern Central Florida, QSL.
QSL, Justin, got you 5-3 into Virginia Beach, Virginia right now. QSL.
Kilo Echo 8, Victor Oscar X-ray. Oh, I'm in northern Ohio, on the shores of Lake Erie in northern Ohio. QSL?
All right, I got time for a couple more. KO4 CEQ, calling CQ, Parks on the Air and listening.
November 4, Golf Echo Bravo.
November 4, Gulf Echo Bravo, I got you 5-5 in Eastern Central Florida, QSL.
QSL, you're also 5-5 into North Carolina.
I think I heard a Kilo 1 Echo Oscar Echo, QSL.
QSL, yes, I have you 5-4 in the state of New Hampshire. QSL?
Kilowatt Delta 5, Oscar Zulu Juliet. You're 5-7 into Louisiana, Lima Alpha. Over.
Park to park.
Park to park.
Kilo 4, Romeo, Victor, Romeo.
Kilo 4, Romeo, Victor Romeo, you're 5-9 here into Park Kilo 3659, QSL.
Roger, I got you 5-9 both ways. I am in Georgia at a 3-4 when you're ready for the number.
Giggity, all right, give me the first number.
2188. Kilo 3746. Over. 4651. Over.
I copy Kilo 4651. QSL, is this Tracy?
Roger, yes, got him.
Got him!
All right, outstanding. Thank you so much. And you copied my my park number, QSL?
3659, right?
That is it.
Kilo November 4, November Bravo Juliet.
Kilo Echo 4, Oscar Papa India.
Radio. Kilo Golf 4, Foxtrot Victor Radio.
KG4, Foxtrot Victor Radio, QSL.
QSL, I have you 5-9 into Georgia.
Roger, I'll send you the 5-9 both ways. Thank you so much, Joseph, for reaching out.
QSL 73.
73. Okay, KO4CEQ. I'm going to go ahead and call QRT at this time. Thanks, everybody, and I'll hope to work you next time. Kilo Oscar 4, Charlie Echo Quebec, QRT. I really want to thank you guys for coming out and watching the video and joining me as I ingest obscene amounts of pollen. This is completely unscripted. I am entirely too unprepared for this, and we'll see where this goes. Subscribe, like, share, and make my daughter, my 13-year-old daughter, incredibly jealous of me. So, peace out, guys. I'll see you in the next one if it ever gets made, if I ever figure out how to make this one. Who knows? I am honestly a little bit terrified on how the video editing is going to go, but I mean, how hard can it be, right? I don't know what the heck I'm saying, honestly.